Hey everybody, here's just a little update of what I've been doing for the RuneScape private server that I'm developing for Android and iOS devices. It works on the Samsung Galaxy S5. It seems to be a tiny bit laggy on the Samsung Galaxy Tab E, so I guess it really depends on the quality of the device. So any more modern high-powered devices would definitely run this perfectly fine. Uh, this is maybe being developed for the Android and iOS, but it has full functionality with the um, Windows and Mac operating system. So we'll just go ahead and open this up. Before we go here, I'll just note to mention that I've been getting around Blender and Metasequa. Metasequa I use for the basics of some things, and then Blender is for my more advanced stuff like animating and all that good stuff. I have a bunch of items and data files from the 565 models and stuff. So at some point I will be putting a link in tutorial and maybe a full download of my Unity project at some point after I strip it down and maybe have it more, well, either way, I'm more or less gonna give it out to people at some point after I've had my fun with it. So let's just continue here by opening up our Unity project. Again, this is just an update video to the previous video where I showed you on the actual Android device. This time I'm going to show you over the PC. It still is forcing us to use the analog stick because we are in the export mode for Android, so it makes us test it similar to we're on an Android, which is good. So if we look around immediately, I've finished up quite a bit of the castle here. There are more floors. I skinned the upper floors of these front buildings right here, but I did not skin the floors or add the floor or walls to up in the 2 floors of the castle yet, so that's still pretty plain so far. 1 floor is good enough for all my betaing. I just finished adding a couple new things to the UI, all this armor that equips and is completely meshed to our character here. So if you look in the bottom right corner, we have a character. There is also all the armor that's disabled, completely meshed to him. This way it all animates perfectly. So whenever I release this, you're just going to have one model that's going to have all the types of armor that I'm able to export from. So far I've got all the armor up until Dragon, and then after I get all that into the game, I'm going to worry more about getting the god stuff in there. So what you see is pretty much your basic iron armor set with the dragon longsword, two-hander. We can go ahead. I have one animation for attack. I only made one so far. I'm sorry I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm just trying to think of everything that I should really mention, you know what I mean? Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead, pick these up here. If I open up my bag here, I have the full helmet. It's been the screen. I don't allow a lot of view, mainly because this is being developed for the Android, so we don't want a large view. Want everything to be very limited and very in your area kind of thing. So this way more fun and less lag. So we got the boots that go on. As you can see, the boots, the gloves just equipped. We got the plate legs, the shield. We have an iron sword, the plate body, and then the two-hander eventually. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might keep him holding it, but when he attacks, he's going to use a two-hander like attack. Or I might just have him switch between idle animations based on when he has the sword on, which is easy enough to do with a blend tree. So we can do that as well. For now, I'm going to put the iron sword back on, and we have 4 attack states here that I just finished implementing today. Our controlled, attack, strength, and defense. So if we go to controlled here, I am going to be changing this a little bit at some point because it doesn't exactly tell us how much XP we have per level, so I might even just make I'd disable the one that's here and then just add a new one in there that does both in the same similar format, just for simplicity purposes and performance purposes as well. These skills will be hidden at some point so that you can't see them in here, but technically these skills will be your magic book. And then this is the button to set a active spell. So you would click on the spell here, it'll load the information right here, and then you can set it as active. That's what it's going to be like. This part is not working yet. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to controlled, and under the hood here, if we go into our online player, yes, this is already completely online. We just go to up here, yeah, and we can look at our stats and our attack experience. Well, technically, the experience was showing up here because I haven't hit it yet, so I guess I could leave it there, but it's very messy. I'm not going to do it that way. I'll fix it. So if I go and fight this guy using the controlled, you can tell here that all of my stats are updating. I have to set an auto update on our character sheet in case you leave that open, but if you're looking in the bottom corner here, you're seeing that it's always updating. Now I'm going to switch to attack, and now it's just going to update attack by 4 instead every hit. So far I've designed the game to, if you hit more times, you'll get more XP. So if you kill faster, you'll get less XP, for instance. So it's not exactly helpful towards your health when I have these monsters start attacking back, but it is helpful because of other circumstances that I haven't exactly thought of yet. I don't know. I just decided that would be the way it's going to be for now. Here we go. And now this thing's just going to help kill it like really quick because I have really big stats on it. There you go, dead. But you can see already that I'm getting a lot less. I'm still getting 4 experience, though I'm hitting it harder. So I might change that in the future. For now, that's completely fine, just to kind of get things working. Again, now I can switch to my strength experience. It's not like I've really gotten a level yet, because, you know, they're level 2 goblins. It takes a while to get a level from a goblin. Oh, there's one more right there. So in the next update, I'm going to be rigging in a couple more animations for the next couple attacks. For the strength, attack, and defense, more or less. I already have the attack, so controlled. I've never actually noticed if there's any different animation or if it plays a series of all 3 animations within controlled. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm going to have to play the actual RuneScape game again. It's been a little while, but that's what you're doing when you're copying something, right? Again, not a complete copy because my animations, as you can see, is very crappy, and I honestly think they're pretty fine for some of my first animations ever made, so hopefully when I release this, everybody has fun playing. Alright guys, well, talk to you later.